your second question was the banks, and that's been a problem. You know, the one company that I worked with, the owner was out with their niece shopping. Apparently, their credit card company found out that they were the owner of a cannabis company, and without telling them, suspended or canceled one of their big credit cards. It
Oh my
had
God.
nothing, it was not tied to the business. I don't know if maybe they had made some purchases, you know,
Hmm.
for the company and reimbursed. Either way, it seemed as simple as they found out this person who had a credit card with them also owned a cannabis company, and they canceled their line of credit without telling them. So they right, this is somebody who has probably never had a credit card canceled on them, and they go to
Yeah.
buy a gift for their niece, and they can't because their line of credit's gone. They had a backup. Fortunately, I think they saved the day. However, it was a wake up call for them. Banking can be hard. There are some banks that just won't work with a cannabis company. So I found in Massachusetts, for example, some cannabis companies end up working with local banks. Local banks seem a little more willing to take that risk, whereas say a Bank of America or a Santander are more hesitant to work with a cannabis company. And again, when you start to hit an international bank, now you're talking about different laws, maybe right, the federal
Yeah.
level of regulation. They're going to look a little more closely at that behavior from their standpoint of bigger banks. So I've noticed that smaller banks, smaller companies are getting those financial services. They're getting those accounts with cannabis companies, and it's because some of the bigger institutions don't want to touch it. And frankly, I see exactly why. It could be in the blink of an eye that their business gets in big trouble. So
Exactly.
that's a unique challenge. We were not able to accept credit card transactions whatsoever for the same reasons. It would
Hmm.
put these big credit card companies essentially through the federal eyes. They're moving money for drug companies.
Yeah.
It's illegal,
It's
and so
illegal. Yes.
everything was done with cash and debit cards. And even the debit cards, it was not a debit transaction. It was technically that every single one of our registers was set up like an ATM. So it was like you
Oh.
going to an ATM to take money out of your bank account. You put your PIN number in,
Yeah.
and really, we are the ATM. So me, if I'm serving a patient or a consumer, I am technically just a machine. You just put in your card, you typed in your PIN number, and oh, I owe you some money, and I'm playing the game that I'm actually like a robot giving you your money from your ATM withdrawal. And then you're giving me cash for something you want to buy. Yet the way it's done is you swipe your card, you do it. I just
And
give you a
that's
little
it.
bit of money back, and I keep the rest of the money. So we didn't play the full game, but it is a game.